Serious story out there, and I hope I get this pronunciation right, but an Iranian athlete by the name of Elnaz Rakabi. Elnaz Rakabi, and if I got that wrong, certainly I apologize. As many of you know, I'm not great at pronunciations in general for anybody's name. Iranian athlete. She is a rock climber who was participating in an event in South Korea where she was rock climbing there. And as part of that event, she chose not to wear the hijab on her head that many Iranian women are now rebelling against, the Iranian dictators there who require that women wear the hijabs. And as a result, a lot of women have been killed throughout these protests. And so, this is a big story. Okay, so this Iranian woman is not in her home country. She is in South Korea competing in an athletic event. She doesn't wear the hijab, making a statement in some way about her belief that Iranian women deserve the right to make that choice or not make that choice. And she now is imprisoned. Now, I think this is important. There's a lot of talk about athletes and using their voice and everything else. And what I would say in general is, isn't the silence that occurs for true injustice, particularly as it pertains to women's athletes, really staggering and startling and disappointing in this country? So you have men who decide to identify as women, and they're competing against women and winning championships. And all these outspoken feminists, all these outspoken female athletes don't say a word. And here you have women in Iran raising up and fighting for basic human rights, the right to choose what they wear in athletic competition. And I've seen hardly any American athletes, hardly any American women speak out about this. Let's try to think about this. This has been an argument I've made for a long time. A lot of the U.S. women's national team members, for instance, chose to denigrate America on the world stage and talk about how bad America was. And I said at the time, wait a minute, U.S. women's soccer is really good because of American exceptionalism and because of the protections we give women and the rights we give women in this country to participate in athletics. You know, and this will probably be the case again. You know, you can almost pick the winner of every women's soccer match just by analyzing how much freedom women have in the country. People talk about, oh, why are the American women so much better at soccer relative to the rest of the world than the American men? And the answer is because American freedoms for women are extraordinary around the world. Most great male athletes, regardless of what country those men are in, get the opportunity to excel at their sport. Same thing isn't true for women. So why do so few women actually speak out on behalf of other women around the world? It's far more common for American women's athletes to denigrate America than it is to try to uplift the rest of the world to American values. Why is that? And why is it falling to me? And why is it falling to Outkick to be sharing a story that many of you would not have otherwise heard about this imprisoned Iranian athlete who is there because she refused to wear a hijab during athletic competition that was occurring outside of her home country? Why aren't more athletes in America and around the world who have the fortitude and good fortune, I should say, to be free? Why are they not speaking out? This should be a massive outpouring of support for this Iranian athlete from women around the world about the unacceptable conditions that Iran is enforcing upon its female athletes. Instead, it's mostly silence.